Hello, everyone. We are currently working on a poetry unit, so I want you to pay attention to some of the literary devices being used. Specifically, we're talking about sensory language, so when the author talks about our five senses to help you feel like you're there. And then also our figurative language. So some of the specific ones we've been working on are personification, hyperbole, metaphors, similes, alliteration, onomatopoeia, and idioms. And there's more, of course, but just keep an eye out for those ones in this text because there's really a lot of sensory and figurative language in this book. All right, here we go. Mornings, he stands with a thin shawl of sun upon his shoulders. He watches the grove below slowly fill with light. He watches the clearing quietly fill with deer. He watches the sky burn blue at the rim. He holds out his ancient arms and gathers owls to him. Springtimes, clothed in his old man's robes, every shade of green, he listens to the thaw, to waters flow again. He listens to beetles scratch, to woodpeckers tap, to firs converse in wind. He listens to the sound of one bee hum. As he listens, he stretches his ancient arms and gathers clouds to him. Summers. From his post above lower trees, he sniffs the breeze. Sometimes he smells the very heat, shimmering everywhere. Sometimes he smells the gray of a sudden storm in the air. Then he swirls into a dripping cape of rain and waits for choirs of frogs to sing. Sometimes he smells fire. He spreads his ancient arms and gathers flames to him. Autumns. Among shifting drifts of leaves, he feels a chill entering his bones. He feels the pull of buried dens lost among the hills. He feels the long year slip away, a woof down a wooded path. He feels in his ringed heart the earth grow still. The birds depart, leaving him alone. He opens his ancient brittle arms and gathers one last crow. Winters, he waits for something in the forest's great hushed halls. While he waits, he counts all the moonrises he has known, all the centuries, all the dawns, until snow falls. He touches snow. Snow touches him. Then, bearded and cloaked and wild with white, he is Merlin. He throws wide his ancient arms with joy and gathers snow to him. Evenings he gazes at sunsets dwindling, stares into the glow, tells a tale or two to cedars clustered there. He tells of golden grizzlies, gone. He tells of olden forests, gone. He tells of golden men. Then he reaches high his ancient arms and gathers stars to him. That's our end of that poem called Sequoia. I do want to read, there are some notes on sequoias in the back. It says, giant sequoias and coast redwoods are often confused with each other or thought to be the same tree. Both are evergreen conifers of the cypress family. They are related to the dawn redwood called the living fossil, for it was only in 1944 that a live example was found in Mewata, China. Sequoias, the oldsters, live for about 3,200 years. Redwoods, young whippersnappers, maybe 2,200. The giant sequoia's bark can be 3 feet thick, the puny redwoods a mere 1 foot. The leaves of the sequoia have a rat tail look, while the redwoods are feathery. Redwoods grow taller, but sequoias are bulkier. With a distance around the base of 102.6 feet and a volume of 52,500 cubic feet, the grand old man General Sherman sequoia is one of the largest living things on Earth. The range of sequoias is the western side of the Sierra Nevada. They are mountain trees, snow trees, winter-loving beings that rely on snowpack and rain for water. Redwoods live in the fog belt of the California coast, getting water from the coastal moisture. Both species host myriad living things: bugs, bats, butterflies, birds, blooms amongst their canopies. Global warming and the possibility of some future unknown disease or pest are the biggest threats to these trees. What once happened to our climate in 100,000 years is now happening in 200. In their foggy home, redwoods are safer. But because of their location, sequoias are at great risk. If the region warms and the snowpack dries up, the giants will die. Jim Folsom, director of the gardens at Huntington and San Marino, California, believes that sequoias are in danger of extinction, that the day will come when we have to water them to keep them alive. For now, they are protected from logging and other human harm in Sequoia, Yosemite, and other national and state parks. And if we all do our part, perhaps, we can slow larger changes that put these giants and their tenants in peril. For when they are gone, like the golden grizzly of California, they will be forever gone. We cannot afford to lose them, not a one. Apart from providing shade for young trees and homes for other creatures, each is a magnificent poem that makes us look up and wonder at the beauty and majesty of nature.